This week on Street Rodding American Style, we're heading to Derby, Kansas. Over 50 cars showed up, and it's only the second year they've held this show. Today, we'll take a look at a 1955 Ford pickup, a 27 Ford Roadster, a 1939 Chevy Business Coupe, and a 1932 Ford Highboy. Awesome cars, and they're all coming up here next on Street Rodding American Style. They make you look, dream, and sometimes even wish. These are street rods, built or just owned by those who have the same passion. My name is David Wolfe, and along with Simon McCormack and Patricia Brown, we travel to admire these passions. These are works of art and are designed with the personality and the ingenuity of the owner in mind. Built in garages, barns, and even under shade trees in communities all across this great land of ours. This is more than just a hobby. This is an addiction. This is Street Rodding American Style. So I just got a phone call from a good friend, Steve Swain. He said we need to check out this car show today in Derby, Kansas.
Well, that sounds great. I say we go for it.
I tell you what, you find two cars, I'll find two cars, we'll compare notes.
I'm there, man.
And we'll take you along with us. Don, tell me what we're looking at here.
Well, we're looking at a 1955 F100 Ford pickup.
In 1955, you could purchase a black and white TV for $99. Disneyland opened in California, and McDonald's opened its first chain.
A Ford pickup. Why would you go with a pickup instead of maybe a sedan or a coupe or something like that?
Oh, I'm just more of an oriented in the truck family.
Are you really?
Right.
So how long have you had this?
I bought it at the last run back in September of last year.
So you just got this truck?
Yeah, not long.
What kind of condition was it in when you got it?
Well, pretty much like it is, but I've done some changes on it.
Like what?
Well, I've put headers on it, new exhaust, changed out all the interior from cloth to leather, put the moons on it,
yeah.
Put the front bumper.
So now you said you changed out the exhaust. Why'd you change it to headers?
Well, I just had stock manifolds on it.
So you wanted that throaty sound of the headers.
Right.
And what else did you do? You said the interior's been done to leather?
Right.
What was it before?
It was cloth all the way through, and I just had leather put all in it.
But don't you just stick to leather now?
Yeah.
When you're sweaty? I mean, kind of...
Well, not too bad.
No?
I mean, you do, but not real bad.
Also, it's not a big deal then.
No.
Why'd you change out the bumper?
Well, it didn't have one on it.
It didn't have, okay, so you wanted that bumper on there, and you wanted to a little more custom than the stock.
Yeah, I changed it. To put the bumper on it, I changed the headlight rings out to chrome. They was painted.
So you're going more chrome on this, because I see you also put the baby moons on this.
Right.
That really makes the rims pop out.
Right,
But the baby moons weren't there before. What was on there before?
It was just bare wheels. I mean, the wheels were there, but just no moon.
Oh, no moons, okay.
Right.
So you had the chrome reverse on it.
Right.
The baby moons are kind of throwback, along with the white walls.
Right.
What have you done to the engine?
I just put the exhaust system on. That's all I've done to it.
So what is the engine on this?
It's a 350 Chevrolet.
Got some potency to it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you turn the tires over?
Yeah.
Have you tried very often?
Not real often, but it'll do it when I want it to.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
Right.
You think there's more appeal about trucks or cars when it comes to street rides?
Probably your cars, I would think, but I'm still going to stick with my truck.
Oh, you got it secured. It makes it more unique.
Yeah.
I love it. And with a truck, you always have the bed, and the back bed is also something that people take pride and joy in.
Yeah.
And that woodwork on the back of this truck is awesome.
Right.
A lot of upkeep or not?
Yeah, it does take quite a bit. You know.
Like what?
Well, you got to keep clear coat on it, you know, and keep moisture off of it that way, you know, and that's about all you really have to do to it.
So have you done it yet or not?
No, I'm going to have to do it after the end of this season.
So you've had it for a couple years now. So it's not every year you had to upkeep that.
No.
Well, Don, can you do me a favor? Can we hear this bad boy?
You can hear it. Yep.
We're here today in Derby, Kansas at the El Paso Village Strip Mall, and I've got Heather Colmia here, and she is the proud owner of the Riverside Cafe here in Derby. Heather, you and your husband correctly are sponsoring this show today?
That is correct.
Isn't it a hassle to have all these hot rods out here taking up your parking space?
No, not at all. Absolutely. We love the traffic. It brings business to our Riverside Cafe. So it brings them in, they eat breakfast, they come out and they see all these great cars.
Maybe even keeps them around a little bit longer, give them a chance to order a little more.
Yeah, maybe.
So businesses are impacted positively by having local car shows at their venue.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
We have many businesses that are impacted here. Have you gotten any feedback from any of them? What do they think about it today?
This is actually our second car show since we've been open here at this location. And we've had wonderful feedback from everybody that has been involved in this. And the They never complain about the parking or anything. So
everybody's just here having a good time.
Yep.
Getting some good food. Everybody's going home happy.
Everybody's going home happy. Safe, yep.
Awesome. Well, Heather, thank you so much for letting us come here today. We're having a blast. I can't wait to go get something to eat.
Great.
If there's anything that screams customized more on a car or truck, it is definitely French taillights and headlights. This is Chris Carlson, owner of Chaotic Customs in Mulvane, Kansas. And when I want to talk customization about cars and trucks, he is my go-to guy. So Chris, tell me, where do we start with Frenching headlights and taillights? Do we start with just digging right in, or do we have to do some welding first?
We got to do a little research, and first we got to do some cutting, and then we got to do some welding.
We're going to be doing some headlights today, correct?
French headlights,
Okay,
yes.
French headlight. Okay, I've heard the term bucket thrown out a lot when talking about Frenching. Explain that to me. What is that, and how does that work in the whole process?
It started off with the headlight buckets because there is a curved portion that the headlight sets into.
Okay.
That is the headlight bucket. And then today's terms, we have manufacturers like Hagen and RPPG who manufactures headlight buckets, taillight buckets, and they are a preformed bucket that the headlight actually sets in.
So it's like a kit? Okay, so you can do it the way of a kit, or you can do it old school.
Yep.
How is old school done?
Old school is hard. Old school, you have
It's nothing you can teach me today, right?
Probably not. We'll use a kit.
Okay.
Today, it'll be easier.
So what are some of the pros and cons of using a kit versus going old school?
A kit is all condensed into one box, one setup. It's pretty much you cut your hole the right size, you slide it in, you can weld it in place.
Okay, what's the disadvantage of using the kit?
It doesn't have the old school look.
And obviously going old school, the con would be just the time factor.
The time of having to do it, the proper welding methods, and also having to, when you adjust or aim your headlights, you have to take the bucket out, you make your adjustment, you put it back in, you check it, it's wrong, you take it all back out again, you adjust again, you're back in.
Okay, I am definitely intrigued by this process. So now that you've taught me the basics, I am ready to try out my skills on this 51 Ford. It is sweet, and I just hope it is sweet when I am done.
There's something about an orange street rod that grabs people's attention, and Bill's 39 Chevy Coupe is no exception. We have it coming up next on Street Rodding American Style.
David, Patricia, you guys are gonna be so jealous when you see what I found. I think I found the coolest car here today. I got Bill with me here and he's gonna tell us all about it. Bill, please, what on earth are we looking at? It is so awesome.
You're looking at a 1939 business coupe.
In 1939, the average yearly wage was $1,700. The average cost of a new car was $700. And the hit movie was The Wizard of Oz.
Chevy business coupe, right?
Chevy business coupe.
Throw some stuff at us here. What have you done to this thing?
We suicided the doors.
What made you go with the suicide doors?
I don't know. I've always liked them ever since I was a little kid. And I've had them twice. And I just wanted it on this from here.
So this is
my
your
wife
first
thought
auto
I was
ride.
crazy, but I put it in there anyway.
Well, speaking of your wife, does she ride around here with you?
She has never rode in it since we've had it done yet.
Are you kidding me?
No. And we've only had it done for probably a month and a half or two.
Are those suicide doors scaring her?
You ain't gonna scare her. This is.
The paint job is definitely unique. What made you go with the orange? Because what's neat about it, it would draw my attention, I'm guessing probably drew yours, is when you look at it at one angle, it's almost got a green tint to it. When I come around to the other side, it's almost got a reddish hue to it.
Yeah.
But it's gold.
It's gold.
Under orange.
Under orange.
Pretty unique. I've never seen it.
Yeah. You ain't gonna see it because it's a one of a kind.
Yeah.
The gold flakes in it came from China. And when they had the earthquake and tsunami, the factory was wiped out, and they cannot get any more gold flakes.
They're not making this anymore. So we're truly one of a kind. What kind of engine you got in there?
I've got a Chevrolet small block 350 horse.
350 putting out 350 horsepower.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they're giving an award for this today, but you're gonna get it from me. You've got the biggest wheels I've ever seen on this thing. With that kind of horsepower, is it gonna spin the meat back there?
It probably would. I've never tried it.
You got the keys. Let's go.
No.
No windshield wipers? What made you lose the windshield wipers? Why'd you go with that decision?
Well, the windshield wipers right now are getting polished.
Oh, so they'll be back on soon.
So they will be on there very shortly. You got to have those to pass inspection, National Street Road.
Oh, okay. Any plans in the future with this thing?
No, not right now.
Not right now?
It's good enough right now.
I agree 100%. This thing is awesome. Very cool.
I get the upholstery done in this. I will be done with this.
Okay.
Then I have my wife's pickup done.
Maybe just riding it with
She put hers on hold so we could finish it.
That was very nice of it. Bill, I got one more very important question. I gotta hear this bad boy. Can you fire it up for us?
Who cares if this Roadster doesn't have a top on it? Just one hand on the wheel and the other on your hat, and you're ready for an awesome ride. It's a 1927 Ford Roadster, and it's next on Street Rotting American Style.
Joe, what are we looking at here?
It's a 1927 Ford Roadster.
In 1927, work began on Mount Rushmore. In music, one of the top songs was Ain't She Sweet, and Ford stops the production of the Model T.
Is it a kit car or is this all steel?
No, it's a kit car.
It's a kit car?
Yeah, it's made by Spirit Industries.
Okay, now why go kit car and not original?
Well, their original car's hard to find.
Yes.
And I found this one out on eBay, and it needed a lot of work, and
You said a lot of work. Describe to me what a lot of work is.
Well, electrical problems, brake problems. It didn't have any chrome on it at all. It was all black.
You gotta have chrome.
Yeah, so I took it apart and got the chrome work done. Put it all back together. It's just fun to drive, cruise around in.
You take friends with it?
Well, my girlfriend and I go cruising in it.
Does she like it?
Oh yeah, she likes it.
Was she into street rods before cruising in this car?
No, not at all.
So you got her now addicted into it.
Well, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
So she's just playing a game with you? Yeah, I like it, honey. Let's go for a ride.
You know, she likes it because I like it.
Okay. Does she like the top down?
Not on the highway.
Okay, see, there is a draw point there. There is a limitation to a woman's like to a street rod, and usually the top down is it, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Do you enjoy the top down?
Well, I don't have a top for it.
So you have to enjoy the top down?
Yeah, well, it's windy out on the highway.
Do you wear a ball cap?
I try to, yes.
Ever lose one?
Not yet.
Not yet, so that's why you've
been holding on to it. Been holding on
So it's an automatic?
Yes.
Okay, so that helps. You don't have to be shifting. You can hold on, looking good all the way down. You just tip your hat to somebody going by. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
What kind of engine's in this thing?
It's a 327 Chevrolet.
What kind of horsepower do you think?
350.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
What's all been done to the engine?
It's originally an L79 engine, and I put flat top pistons in it.
Right.
Of course, different rings. It's stock bore. Put a competition cams in it. Dart cylinder heads. Gear drive up front.
Right.
Gives a little noisy sound.
Okay, now do you like that noisy sound?
Sometimes.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you have baffles in this thing or not?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
It's baffled, but it's still pretty loud.
That. Okay, so you got a little thump, and the cam is talking to you.
Yes.
I mean, that's just when you come to a street corner. If people aren't looking and they hear this thing pulling up, they're looking now. Do you agree?
Pretty much so. Yes.
Joe, I noticed there's no power steering on this. Is it easy to steer or not?
Well, with the smaller steering wheel, it's not real easy.
Really? Because I always heard a lightweight roadster like this, it's easier to steer. What makes it harder? Because, I mean, is it strictly the size of the steering wheel?
I think the wheel and possibly the steering geometry.
Okay. So but that's about the only drawback you think of the car? Is the bad steering?
Well, and the turn radius. It does not have a tight turn radius.
Okay. Do you need a tight turn radius? You're not drifting out there, are you?
No, no drifting. Okay. No. I'd be afraid to drift.
Can you break these tires loose though?
Just about any time.
Anytime?
Yeah, well, from a stoplight, you gotta be.
It wants to.
Yeah, it will. Real easy.
And do you want to all the time?
Sometimes, but I'm pretty conservative.
Okay, you're conservative. Okay, so you just 30 miles an hour is good. You just want to get there fast.
Yeah. You know, roll off a little bit and then punch it.
There you go. I mean, you still got to prove yourselves to these young people out there. Hey, guys, this is still happening.
Yeah.
This is really an art. This is an art form that's being expressed by you as your own personality.
Yeah, very true.
I just love this car.
Thank you.
Joe, can you do me a favor? Can we hear this bad boy?
Sure can.
Awesome.
You like the flames? I am ready to get into this French headlight thing. So Chris, let's go. I need some welding 101.
Okay, we'll do quick 101.
Okay.
All right, pull your mask down because it will burn your eyes.
Okay, I'm digging this mask, by the way. Do the flames help?
The flames make it help. When you're on fire, you know it.
Okay.
Flames are perfect.
So you gotta have flames on your helmet.
We're gonna do two things. We're gonna look at a overlap weld, and the other one is a butt weld.
Oh my God.
So we're just,
sorry, keep going.
So we're just gonna put two pieces right next to each other, and we'll see what the differences are.
Okay.
All right,
let's do it.
ready?
I get to try it though too, right?
You'll get to do it. I'll do one end, and then you match it on the other.
Sweet. Okay, I'm in.
Put your helmet down.
Okay. I can't see it. I feel like Iron Man in this thing.
Yeah, look straight down. You can see the line.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna hit this, and as we go, we're gonna do a circle pattern.
Okay, it all goes black. Oh, ow.
Now, see how that's welding?
Okay, seriously, everything goes black.
It does.
We need to start
You're supposed to be looking.
I was looking, but everything's black. I got this. I do. I swear.
Okay, we're gonna give you a shot.
Okay,
all right,
I'm ready. I can do this.
You do a weld down here. There you go. Now you should have stayed on the both lines.
Yeah, I should have, and I didn't. Okay, but not bad.
That's a good weld. It looks good.
Woo! I got this. I'm ready to do the headlights.
We're gonna French some headlights.
I am.
Okay, let's do it.
This 1932 Ford Highboy is a kit car, and it's simply incredible. We're going to take a closer look at it and show you why here on Street Rotting American Style.
I'm out here, I'm walking along, this thing jumps out and punches me in the face. I've got Bob Morehouse here. This is a street rod, and it is incredibly awesome. Bob, I've got to know more about this thing. Tell me what we're looking at.
It's a 1932 Ford.
In 1932, gas could be purchased for 10 cents a gallon. The Polaroid camera was developed, and a big hit at the movies was Shanghai Express.
It's called a Highboy. It's sitting on top of the frame, no fenders.
And it's a kit car.
It's a kit car.
Kit cars easy to come by or not? Dime a dozen. Tell me about these kit cars.
No, they're a little costly. By the time you buy everything, you got to buy everything separate. Buy the body separate, buy the frame separate. This car was mainly made for autocross, to run fast around the curves and racing. Yes.
Is that typical? This is a street rod, man.
No, it won the Fort Worth Dallas autocross with good guys, and that's pretty impressive.
That's
it's
really
pretty
cool. That's really cool. It looks fast. It smells fast. I haven't tasted it yet. I'm sure it tastes fast. What's under the hood?
It's got a 350 under it. It's been bored to a 355. It's got a B&M paddle shifter in it where you can shift it on the move.
Wow.
The nice thing about this car, one reason I wanted this car, everything on it was brand new.
Yeah.
No used parts. It's all brand new rear end, brand new transmission, brand new motor, everything.
When you say a paddle shifter, tell me about that a little bit. I know that I've seen them on Lamborghinis and Ferraris and maybe even some Porsches, I believe. What is a paddle shifter exactly?
It's a straight line B&M shifter, and you can shift it on the go. You put it all the way into first, second, and drive, but you can hit 50 miles an hour in low, shift it to second, and it'll just keep right on going.
Now, in your 3 months of fun, have you had a chance to play around with it a bit?
Yeah, I did. I did one time, and I'm done. I'm done. It's extremely fast.
It looks fast.
It went sideways in the road, and I'm not used to that.
Yeah. Power windows?
It's got electric windows. It's got air and heat on it.
Wow.
It's got CD radio, satellite radio in it.
You're kidding me.
No. And all leather interior.
So this isn't your first street rod?
Oh, no. No, I've probably had 30.
30? Mm-hmm. More than me. How many horses are we looking at?
It's 355 horse.
355 horse. What would you guess it weighs?
About 2,600 pounds. You can push it with one hand.
That's a beast.
Yeah.
When you bought this thing, did it have that rake to it? Did you change the tires at all? Is it a rubber rake?
It's just like I bought it. The top has got a 2.5-inch chop. The doors are extended 2 inches in length, so they're easier to get in and out of. And it's got a 2-inch rake on the frame. And what that means, it sets real low in the front end.
What size wheels?
20s in the back.
20s?
18s in the front.
18s in the front.
Everybody wants to know what color it is. They don't care what year it is. They want to know what color is that. It's a PPG color, and he named it Pond Scum Green.
Pond Scum Green.
Just like the slime you see on the water in a pond.
That's a little bit prettier than Pond Scope. Have you ever heard that green was kind of an unlucky color in racing?
Yes, it is. If somebody would have said, you're going to buy a green car, I would have said, you're wrong. But this is just a little different than just green.
That's beautiful. One more question. Can we hear this bad boy?
Well, sure.
Let's fire it up.
Okay, I am ready to do this. I have passed Welding 101, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're okay. You'll be good.
All right, I think I got it. I'm ready to start. Now, you have our bucket?
I have the bucket.
Okay.
This is a bucket that's built in Ark City, Kansas by RPPG.
Oh, very
and
cool.
We're a distributor for them. And I've used these a lot. I love them. They're great. They're solid. They come with all the hardware that we need. And they're the right size for our 50s model car that we're doing.
Perfect.
So yeah.
I think we're ready to get started.
All right, we've already trimmed all the excess tabs that we didn't need so that this would have clearance.
Okay, so just sit right in.
And we've already put a couple of lineup marks so that we know that we're straight.
Okay.
Because that's always important.
Being straight is
Being
important.
straight. And we're just going to do a short little bead, and then we'll do one over here, and we'll do one over here. All right.
Okay, how's that look?
A little bubble gummish.
Okay, great. I don't think that was the look I was going for.
Well, here, and get your nozzle into it a little bit closer. All right, that'll work.
Hey, that one's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Woo.
Now it's tacked in place. So now we can go through and start welding, and then like it fits real good, so we'll be good.
That one's pretty good.
That one looks really good.
Okay, I need a little words of affirmation here.
You're doing great.
Okay.
We just want to do small segments, about half that length, and we'll go all the way around. And then we'll let that fender cool down. Because if we do too much, we'll cause that fender to warp in.
Okay.
And then your body guy's going to be mad at you.
So then do you go back and fill in after?
And then you keep filling in, you keep letting it cool down, you keep filling it in, you grind it all down, you look for holes, and you fill them up.
Well, I'm ready to finish this baby
up.
Done. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Jeez. This is not easy.
Nope. But it's fun.
All right, I know a lot of you were cringing out there thinking that I couldn't do this, but Chris, I think I did a pretty great job.
I think you did great. We might have to find a spot for you here.
All right. Well, Cy and David, just so you know, I am great at Frenching. Headlights, that is.
All right, Steve, conclusion of this car show. They're all starting to pull out. Successful or not successful?
Oh, it was great.
What made it great?
The weather.
Yes.
It's the first real good weekend we've had this year. Everybody's anxious to get their cars out, blow a little dust off of them, and show them. That's what we do.
How many cars showed up?
56 cars.
So how many did you have last year?
We had 46 last year, 56. We're just ecstatic with the turnout.
Oh, you're going to outgrow this parking lot, aren't you?
Very quickly.
Now, being in a parking lot, is that a good thing for the business or a bad thing?
It's good. It's good for the business. They all, even though it's Riverside Cafe, all the businesses love what it does for them.
So now this is your second year promoting, but your car wasn't here. Why not?
We wanted to make sure that there was plenty of parking for everyone.
Because if you brought your car, could you judge it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I didn't know how it went.
We're out on this one. We love showing our car off, but we like being around the people better.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a 37 Dodge Coupe.
And what does your wife have?
She has a 56 Ford pickup.
Yeah, we've had you on the show before, and they're great looking vehicles.
Oh, we love it. We love your show.
Oh, well, that I appreciate. You heard that. Steve, thanks so much for having us on today.
Absolutely. Thank you, David.
All right. It's always a good day. We see great friends and awesome rides.
And there were some awesome rides today.
Oh, there was. Matter of fact, I saw Donald's 55 Ford pickup.
Oh, that thing was gorgeous.
It drew my attention because I have a true love for pickups.
Right.
And his 55 pickup was just sweet. I love the red, and even a hint of blue just tied into it. Yes, it did. And he had Joe's 27 Ford Roadster.
Oh, that thing was mean.
And I love old school, and that's what I liked about this. You had the white walls, you had the rim, and you had the side exhaust, and it was black.
Nostalgia.
It was cool.
Awesome. I really liked the paint on both of my cars. That's what drew my attention.
Both those cars?
I don't know if it was the sun or what, just the paint jobs on these cars jumped out at me. First, there was Bill's 39 Chevy Business Coupe.
Really?
This thing was orange with this huge metal flake in it. and you couldn't help but just stare at it. It was just beautiful.
Right.
Then there was Bob's 32 Ford Highboy. That thing was pond scum green.
Pond scum green?
You can't just say booger green. It was pond scum green. That thing was amazing. That was the real color of the car.
Really?
And it was a beast. It was just awesome cars. Good day for paint in the sun.
It was a great day for the cars. It was a great day for everything. Man, if you want to see another great day, join us again next week and see if we're in your town. And you'll see why street riding is more than just a hobby.
It's an addiction.